May 20th, 2022. Recently, I've been thinking about the difference between the resume virtues and the eulogy virtues. The resume virtues are the ones that you list on your resume, the skills that you bring to the job market and that contribute to external success. The eulogy virtues are deeper. They're the virtues that get talked about at your funeral, the ones that exist at the core of your being. Whether you're kind, brave, honest, or faithful, what kind of relationships you have formed. I actually got this quote from a book called The Road to Character that I found on the platform Shortform. You can actually check out a summary and discussion of this book on Shortform, a long-time affiliate of mine that I use every single day when I have 5 minutes to pick up my phone and learn something new. I found great value in the platform and it's where I find all of the new books I want to read. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out, and the first 100 people to use the link can get a 20% discount on their annual subscription. As this book says, what would people say about me at my funeral? Although it's quite the negative question and it's definitely not a time in our life we want to think about, I believe that we should think about this a bit more. What do we want people to say at our funeral? Or maybe in a nicer manner, what do you want people to say about you when you're not there? Do we want them to think of us as humble or courageous, kind or strong? We're all aware of the term moral compass. It's the guide from right to wrong. A huge portion of our moral compass comes from our parents and our surroundings, but as we get older, we start to develop our compass and create our own set of morals. I think it's time for me to create mine. I wrote down 5 morals that I would like to associate with myself in the future. 5 morals as a goal on how I can act to be better for myself and better for the community around me. Here are the 5 morals. Be more selfless. This is a really tough one because we all want to be more selfless, but the moment someone gets on our nerves, we find ourselves dropping this moral. Being selfless is not only being generous for others and giving what you have, but it requires patience, being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You have to take yourself out of the equation and think about what is on the other's mind. To listen to a friend talk with 100% of your attention rather than thinking about how the story relates to you and waiting to put your opinion on the matter. To ask more questions and actually want to know the answer. To be a woman of my word. This is a moral that I think I've been developing a lot lately. When I make a plan with a friend, I show up no matter what and I show up on time, hopefully. It's doing what you said you'll do. I want people to know that they can count on me. That if I say I will show up with a presentation on Monday, that the presentation is done and done to a great standard. Another way I interpret this phrase is by talking more directly. I've started saying, I don't think I'll make it, rather than I'll see what I can do, as not to lead people on. To know that they can depend on me when I tell them I will show up. To be more grateful. I know I live a blessed life and I'm luckier than the most, yet small moments of distress turn a whole day into a bad one. Being grateful isn't about appreciating perfection, but more about having gratitude for all of the good in your life, no matter how small the list might be. It's about waking up and thinking about how lucky you are to smell coffee and to see the sun another day. Be more humble. That no matter who I am and who I am with around these days, that I have someone to learn something from. When teaching a group of 5-year-olds, I can learn kindness. And when speaking to my grandfather, I can learn a lot more about life than I would ever know at 21. Always do the greater good. I really believe in karma, and I believe that the people who give more out to the world always receive more back in the end, even if it may only be a better conscience. Now, I'm not saying I'll always do the right thing. I'm only human, and I know I'll make mistakes along the way. This brings me to the question, how do you want people to describe you when you're not in the room?